welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're talking about internet and how really are we dependent on it. It's gonna be a bit more like just a vloggy chit chat thing from my point really, but if you follow the channel you would have seen, guys, that yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I put a post up saying that I think I was going to be offline until Thursday. Hey presto, it's got fixed sooner, which is absolutely fine. But yesterday we had a lovely day, but in about 3 o'clock in the afternoon we had a massive thunderstorm and we had lightning and clearly thunder, and I was in the middle of cooking my pork chops. It was lovely. It was a bit cloudy, but that was okay. And we live in the mountains, we're used to that. We are quite high up between two mountains, but we really rarely get a thunder. So when they predict a thunderstorm, I'm like, nah, it's not gonna happen. It doesn't really happen. You might get a tiny rumble somewhere on the mountain there. It never literally reaches us, so we didn't think anything to it. So I'm just about to literally go in and plop my pork chop on the barbecue, and suddenly the sheer volume of sound and energy just rumbled literally above our house. And I kid you not, guys, I literally almost had to go and change my pants. This is how scary this was. We have experienced earthquake a couple of years back, and that was really bad. There was just something surreal about the sound that suddenly comes over that you don't expect to come over. It literally make you kind of shit yourself. Not literally, but in some instances some people do, excuse my French, but it was really scary. It was just totally caught me off guard, and I was like, oh my god. Anyway, so shortly after, guys, the internet went off. I thought, okay, that's okay, we get used to this. We live in a village, guys. We have either power off or electricity off or internet off. We have burst water mains, we have flooding, we have pretty much anything you can think of being in the village. So when the internet went off, it's like, yeah, okay, that's all right, but you know, it'll be up in a minute. 40 minutes down the line, modem's still flashing. It's like, okay, that's a bit unusual. So anyway, so my neighbor knocks on the door and he goes, oh, is your internet off? I was like, yeah, we must be on the same exchange. I said, okay, yeah, kind of highly likely considering we live next to each other. She goes, yes. They phoned him up and they said, yes, we're going to be having no internet until Thursday. Pardon? We are talking, we're Monday and Thursday. We're talking about 4 days without internet. And I couldn't really believe this as such. It was like, surely they're going to fix this before. And thankfully, guys, they did. You know, it only took like just a day and a bit, and they did fix it, which is absolutely fine. But initial disbelief and thinking, without internet for 4 days? And we're not even talking, guys, the power. We're just talking about internet. Just clarify, guys, to you, that's not internet. It's not in my house. It's nothing to do with my house. We have generators. We're prepared for this. But this is to do with the external exchange of the broadband and internet company that's somewhere there. So she goes, yes, until Thursday. And anyway, so she went back home and I'm like, okay. And I'm suddenly entered the panic mode, okay? And I don't know if many of you have experienced that, because the degree to which we all depend on internet kind of varies a lot, I think. I work for myself, I work from home. So to me, having internet is paramount. And that was 3 o'clock, yes, we're having a barbecue, but it was a still working day and I still needed to do things later on that day. So although I haven't had this fear of, oh my God, I have to explain myself to someone why I cannot do any work, but it was still sheer degree of thinking, well, hold on a minute, if I want to do any work or need to do any work, I can't because there's no internet. And then of course we have a 3-year-old, and she's, like many 3-year-olds, like to watch her cartoons, either on YouTube or on the TV through like Amazon. And although obviously we're hard trying not to have children watching TV, but if you do have a younger children and you do work from home, or you generally work, and then obviously I've got the running the YouTube channel, I have garden, these are things I need to do. And as a busy mama, yes, I do put my child in front of the TV sometimes, or in front of the phone to watch Peppa Pig or whatever, so just mama can get on and do some things. And you would only understand this, I think, if you have if you work and you have children and you've got other things to do, you understand the importance of having a TV or ability for the kids to watch something, just so you get yourself hours of doing what you need to do. And although as a prepper, guys, we're prepared for everything. And I said to people, we have generators, absolutely. But unfortunately, generators are not solving the problem of not having an internet. And it's like one of those things again, guys, I'm just repeating myself, saying that we all depend on internet differently, okay? So we covered the job thing, we covered my child. The other thing, right, and you're gonna laugh at me for this, and I did mention before, yes, I have an Alexa, right? AI, it's a future. This is how things are going, and this is how it is. It's not great. Yes, we're gonna lose potentially the manpower, and people are gonna take over, and blah, blah, blah. I know the story. I totally understand how this goes, but I like my creature comforts and I like the convenience of having AI control in the house. So all my kitchen lights are controlled by internet and by voice control, amongst many other things. So what do you know? Comes the evening, I want to turn the lights off, and one goes, Alexa, oh damn, it doesn't work because lights won't turn off because obviously there's no connection to internet. So poor me, right? And this is typically happens when I had to go to work. All my switches, as you can see, my kitchen is generally bare, and I have like the sockets that are hidden anywhere, and a lot of the sockets for and the counter lights are on the floor, right? So poor me, okay, had to in the evening dig out like not a crowbar, but basically trying to take off the plinth in the kitchen to reach off to the switch so I can actually turn the lights off. And before you ask, you say, why do you not just turn it on the main fuse board? I did. It didn't work. They chose to, turned it off, they gone off, put it back on, they came back on right away. So that didn't work. I had to turn them off on individual switches, and we have few of those hidden on the all-round side of the kitchen. So me had to be going on the crutches there, and not on the crutches, sorry, on the floor there, trying to turn the bloody lights off in my kitchen. And this is another thing made me think again about the reliance on the whole internet thing. And obviously some of you as well commented that we actually don't realize how dependent we are on the internet alone. Yes, you don't have to have the smart kitchen. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to have a RoboVac going to Hoover and stuff. You absolutely don't have to. And this is a personal choice. But those things make my life easier. And yes, they unfortunately rely on internet. And still though, as a prepper, as I said to you guys, if you ever considered the instances, we prepare for and I've done the videos preparing for being without electricity. And that's not saying it's any easier, but it kind of feels like easy, because if there's no electricity, I can just power everything up, got the generator, got everything thought of doing, with a child. Yes, she's got books, she's got toys, she does have pre-recorded like films on the phone, so she needs to watch it. If there's no internet, it's absolutely fine. But it's just the thing is that when it's just no internet, when so many other things are dependent on, that's probably including local shops, because obviously they won't be able to take cards, which has happened before, and not many people carry cash, which obviously we encourage and everybody's encouraged to do so. But anyway, this is how this happens. And the point of the prepper, guys, and I still will repeat myself from the previous video, it's so important to be prepared and kind of read outside the box and prepare for certain scenarios, because even me being fully prepared for many aspects, including a great type down, the internet, not saying it didn't cross my mind, but it just kind of caught me a little bit off guard, because I never 1 second expected one to be off without another, which has never really happened for a long time before. So basically the point is, you guys, think of every scenario, and you probably will find, again, applicable to some of you, not all of you, that you probably rely on internet in one way or the other, more so than you anticipate. So this is, sorry guys, they were just me just wanting to, not say air my concerns, but air my disgust of the fact that I have to be without the internet for the day. I am so grateful that they have fixed that, because it's obviously 4 days. It would have been too much. Do you know what I mean? We can deal a day or two without, but 4 days without internet, it's pretty scary, I would say. Maybe not quite the word, but I would use the word scary because no other word comes to mind. But do this again. Just imagine if you have no electricity for 4 days, that's going to be even worse. And I know we'll prepare for as a prepper for, let's go. What if we have no electricity for months, or the grid down for years? We'll be absolutely fucked, because it's just however much you want to prepare, there's only so much we can do. And generally, it just points out, the whole scenario points out to you guys that even as a prepper, we do the best we can, but some things just out of our control. So I'm going to leave it with a thought, guys, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.